Your personal finances? Let GIL Accountancy Services take the stress away. As trusted chartered accountants and business advisors, we help you stay compliant, save tax, and grow with confidence. Whether you're self-employed, a landlord, run a limited company, or a charity, our tailored solutions are built for you. Claim your free initial consultation today. Call 07961 248 834 or email dan@gillaccountants.com. GIL Accountancy Services, your partners in success.
Running a business or managing your personal finances? Let GIL Accountancy Services take the stress away. As trusted chartered accountants and business advisors, we help you stay compliant, save tax, and grow with confidence. Whether you're self-employed, a landlord, run a limited company, or a charity, our tailored solutions are built for you. Claim your free initial consultation today. Call 07961 248 834 or email dan@gillaccountants.com. GIL Accountancy Services, your partners in success.
If you're not using AI properly in 2026, you're already behind time to catch up. I'm teaching a beginner-friendly session on how to use AI in a practical, everyday way. No tech jargon here, just real results. Join me on the 21st of May at 7 p.m. See you there.
I am recording from the beautiful country of Ghana. I'm staying at the Oceanic Resort here in Accra, Ghana, where I am topping up my vitamin D and feeling so energized and vibrant. As you can see, the lovely sea behind me and the sand. I've also brought my products with me, which also helps to energize me. I brought my P84, my Fighter Power X, and the new kid on the block, my Protandu. If you would like to hear more or learn more about these wonderful products that I'm taking, you can either inbox me or click on the link below. Thank you for listening. My health is definitely my wealth. Thank you.
You're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy, you stressed out, tired. God, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
It's so delicious. Like when you eat it, we got greens, meat, fish, everything is in there.
And the tilapia fish, it tastes amazing. Softness, moist, and definitely the taste.
The seasoning from Africa. The food is just like back home, from back home. Tastes very good.
I bring the Ghana to England, yeah. Can have what do you call the ampesi, fufu, chosavi, banku, wache, jollof, Ghana jollof. Oh my God, Ama jollof. Name the food when you come to Ama to eat. Ama is not do it for you.
When you come to Amersfoort, you get the best chosavi in the whole United Kingdom, London. Yes.
As you can see, I've got short hair and I'm going to put it on and I'll show you the outcome. See you in a bit. And this is the result. And as you can see, I absolutely love it. So yeah, if you're looking for someone who can do really good quality extensions, new pop wigs and wigs, I highly recommend Kamina. Kamina hair!
Welcome to African Hill Resort, the perfect location for your honeymoon, conferences, breakfast meetings, and weekend getaways. Other facilities available include spa, rooftop bar, restaurant, indoor bar, swimming pool, lawn for parties, and outside catering. There is free Wi-Fi connectivity for you to stay in touch with your family, business associates, and the whole world. African Hill Resort is located on the Iveta Hills with a panoramic view of whole township. For inquiries or reservations, call 0208 267 501 or 0209 135 196 or 0362 290.
Do you or anyone you know suffer with oxidative stress? Oxidative stress is a condition where your body produces too many free radicals, which can damage cells and lead to health problems. Diseases caused by oxidative stress include heart disease, blood disorder, diabetes, arthritis, stroke, chronic fatigue, neurodegenerative disease, premature aging, autoimmune disorders, etc. Health is real wealth. Move, nourish, thrive. Need help? Call me for more information on +4 4 7 4 2 4 4 8 9 5 7 8.
Running a business or managing your personal finances? Let GIL Accountancy Services take the stress away. As trusted chartered accountants and business advisors, we help you stay compliant, save tax, and grow with confidence. Whether you're self-employed, a landlord, run a limited company, or a charity, our tailored solutions are built for you. Claim your free initial consultation today. Call 07961 248 834 or email dan@gillaccountants.com. GIL Accountancy Services, your partners in success.
The best radio show
all around the world. Broadcasting live online. In your car,
at work,
at home,
on your smartphone.
This is Starr Radio UK.
Are you ready to turn it up?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Your heart is aching. Smile even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you get by. If you smile through your fear and sorrow, smile and maybe tomorrow you find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile. Hey, this is Archie and you are listening to Starr Radio UK and the Morning Show.
Morning Show.
This is Starr Radio. This is
UK.
Starr Radio
UK.
This is Starr Radio
UK.
Welcome.
broadcasting worldwide online 24/7.
Enlighten your day with Starr Radio. Starr Radio. Radio for the people, by the people.
All right, massive good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you wherever you might be on planet Earth, and those of you on other planets as well. We want to salute each and every one of you and welcome you to the Friday edition of the morning show. This is Starr Radio UK, and I remain yours sincerely, the one and only.
This is the morning show with Archie.
All right, wherever you are this morning, I'm so glad to be with you. The last Friday of the month of May, the year 2026. It happens to be the birthday of some people who I'll be acknowledging during the course of the program. But wherever you are, once again, I'm so grateful that you are here today, and we're going to be making loads of waves. But wherever you are, once again, let me say thank you very much. Let me say good morning to my able producer, Mr. Francis Guy, making sure the studio is kind of cool for me to be able to bring you the program this morning. And then to no other one but the one and only Eben, all the way in Cape Town, South Africa. Good morning to you. And Antonio, good morning to you. Mr. Laimi Kwaiki, to Mo, and Morrow, all the way in the US as well. All my Mo's who were celebrating the Eid. Massive good morning to you. That was last Wednesday. Especially good morning also goes to Bishop Adeshina. It's been a while. I hope you are doing very, very well. And to no other one but all the past and current presenters on Starr Radio UK. Mr. Frank Davis, good morning. Mr. Laimi Koike, good morning to you. And let me say good morning to HRH Linda Pali, and wherever you are, good morning, lady. I hope you are doing very, very well. And to Yas and to Mr. Palian as well. I salute each and every one of you there. May I take this opportunity to also say good morning to the one and only, the latest addition to the Starr Radio UK family, May Queen. May, I hope you are doing very well. And the kids, when I say the kids, any offsprings of ours are kids, right? Yeah. We will see them as kids. That's what my uncle told me, my late uncle, Alex A. Abedi. He said, I will call you kids, and when you misbehave, I will insult you, because you will always be kids. And I said, well, of course, you will always be, how many years that is ahead of us, you will always be that way ahead when it comes to years. But, well, thank you all for joining in. So, wherever you are, once again, thank you for joining in, and it's lovely to be back. Let me say happy birthday to no other one but Prophetess Dr. Doreen Carter. It's your birthday today. We salute you, and we pray that the Almighty God will continue to bless you and make your path shine and lovely. Yes, massive good morning to you there as well. Okay, well, so we're going to be going on. Mr. Dan Teberi, CEO of GIL Accountancy Service and Money Man, good morning to you. He's not going to be joining us. He's out of town. So hopefully next week he will be with us. But now, let's go on to the program. Mrs. Evelyn Teberi, I hope you are doing very well. Very, very well. Ajwa, Abena, Asidani Shira, wherever you are, all are. Ladies, good morning to you there. My brother Felix, all the way in Aberdeen, I salute you there as well, bro. I hope you are doing very, very well. Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, bringing the time now to 13 minutes past the top of the hour. It's going to be a snappy of a program, so by 12 o'clock I'm going to bring the curtain down for the end of the program. We'll try to bring you a cover version of one of our interviews or deliberations with our money man. If possible, we'll try to do so there. But wherever you are, once again, I say welcome to the Starr Radio UK Friday edition of the morning show. And we say your weekend starts from where? Here, and no other place but here on Starr Radio UK. So the quote for the day says what it says: real success is not physical, but in the form of great ideas. So if I say I'm successful, so the great ideas that I have, but I will take it one step further, implementing those ideas. So it's all in my head. Maybe I've written it down somewhere, but to bring it into fruition, to make it physical or real, that will then we will say that yes, you succeeded. But whatever it is, it's quite debatable there. Let me hear from you what you think about all that. Ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK Delta, good morning. Ma'am, Mrs. Ryder Hammond, good morning. All the way in Kumasi, massive good morning to you there. I hope you're all doing very, very well. We'll catch up with you after the program. And yes, the 27th also happened to be the birthday of my younger brother, Herbert. Good morning to you and belated happy birthday to you there as well. Yeah, we did text each other, right? Okay. Rosie, good morning to you there as well. Starr Radio UK. Now, when it comes to the weather front, well, what have I got for you when it comes to the weather front? Well, this afternoon we'll see areas of thick cloud and some spot of rain, a light rain, but there will be a brief sunny interval at times. It's going to be turning dry and extensively sunny through the evening. It's going to be staying warm as well. Dry tonight and sunny by the evening with clear skies expected overnight. There are going to be gentle winds as well. When it comes to the temperatures, it's going to be 25 tops and the lower is going to be 14 degrees. Pollen level very high, UV level moderate, and pollution low. But let's look at the weekend weather for you. Is a heat wave going to stay, or what's going to happen on that front? Let's tell you, which I'm there to tell you. So for the weekend weather, this is how it's going to be for you for the weekend weather. Well, Saturday will be dry and sunny for much of the day. A little patchy cloud is possible during the afternoon, but it will remain dry. Now, Sunday should then be a cooler day with a mixture of sunny spells and patchy cloud. A few spots of light rain cannot be ruled out there, becoming wet and breezy next week. But when it comes to the temperatures, top temperature tomorrow is going to be 28 degrees, the lowest 14 degrees. Then come Sunday, it drops a bit further to 23, and the lowest is going to be 13. And then come next week, we go into that rainy period, the week. But wherever you are, once again, welcome to the Starr Radio UK Morning Show with your one and only
Archie on Starr Radio. Nobody does it better.
Okay, let me take you to the travels. For those of you moving around over today and especially over the weekend, if I've got any updates which I'm going to be bringing your way from there. So what have I got there for you? So on the travels this morning, as I say, keep your eyes on the roads. That's keeping navigated. I promise our bond. On the underground, how much speed and city lines are experiencing minor delays? Piccadilly line, part closure between Rayners Lane and Uxbridge, Acton Town and Heathrow Terminals 5 and Heathrow Terminal 4 to Acton Town. There are minor delays also between Acton Town and Rayners Lane. Now, when it comes to the overground, Suffragate, severe delays on the entire line and part suspension between Woodgrange Park and South Tottenham. Now, the DLR has part closures between Beckton and Prince Regent. And then we have got all the others running good service there. All the other underground lines and overground lines running good. London Tramlink, good service there as well. But let's move on straight to the major roads in London. Now, on the major roads in London, Silvertown Tunnel is experiencing serious delays. If you can avoid it, do your best to do so. Let's see what the detail is all about. Leymouth Road roundabout, all approaches between A1262 Leymouth Road, A1226 Aspen Way, Lower Lee Crossing Lane, 1 or 2 closures, lane 1 or 2 and 2 closures on the approach to the roundabout during utility works, and that have brought about some delays, serious delays. So please check it out. Now, on the riverbank this morning as well, there's good service throughout the London cable car is also running a good service, bringing us to the final segment of the travel update. That is the National Rail. And what have I got for you on the National Rail this morning? Cross country, Great Western Railways, Northern Rail, Southwestern, and Southern are all offering special service. That aside, all the others are running the good service. And that's where I would say that's a normally would. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you, wherever you might be on planet Earth. Enjoy your comment for today. But you know what? Continue to keep your eyes where? On the roads. We'll take a quick break, and once we come back, we'll continue with the show. This is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Let's take a break, and I will be with you. Don't touch the dial.
It's so delicious. Like when you eat it, we got greens, meat, fish, everything is in there.
And the tilapia fish, it tastes amazing. Softness, moist, and definitely the taste.
Of the seasoning from Africa. The food is just like back home. From back home. Tastes very good.
I bring the Ghana to England. Yeah, can have what do you call the ampesi, fufu, chosavi, benku, weche, dollof, Ghana dollof. Oh my God, Ama dollof. Name the food when you come to Ama to eat. Ama is not do it for you.
When you come to Amersfoort, you get the best chosavi in the whole United Kingdom, London. Yes.
As you can see, I've got short hair, and I'm going to put it on and I'll show you the outcome. See you in a bit. And this is the result. And as you can see, I absolutely love it. So yeah, if you're looking for someone who can do really good quality extensions, new pop wigs and wigs, I highly recommend Kamina. Kamina hair.
Welcome to African Hill Resort, the perfect location for your honeymoon, conferences, breakfast meetings, and weekend getaways. Other facilities available include spa, rooftop bar, restaurant, indoor bar, swimming pool, lawn for parties, and outside catering. There is free Wi-Fi connectivity for you to stay in touch with your family, business associates, and the whole world. African Hill Resort is located on the River Hills with a panoramic view of whole township. For inquiries or reservations, call 0208 267 501 or 0209 135 196 or 0362 290.
Do you or anyone you know suffer with oxidative stress? Oxidative stress is a condition where your body produces too many free radicals, which can damage cells and lead to health problems. Diseases caused by oxidative stress include heart disease, blood disorder, diabetes, arthritis, stroke, chronic fatigue, neurodegenerative disease, premature aging, autoimmune disorders, etc.
Running a business or managing your personal finances? Let GIL Accountancy Services take the stress away. As trusted chartered accountants and business advisors, we help you stay compliant, save tax, and grow with confidence. Whether you're self-employed, a landlord, run a limited company, or a charity, our tailored solutions are built for you. Claim your free initial consultation today. Call 07961 248 834 or email dan@gillaccountants.com. GIL Accountancy Services, your partners in success.
Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancehall taking over. Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancehall taking over. Yo, what's up, people? This is a boy Raskin Bobo One. Tune in every day, every night at the Star Radio UK with the big man them Archie. When I say Orta, you say fire.
Welcome back to the program. This is Star Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, bringing the time now to 11:24. And you know, as I said, the program is going to be finishing at 12 o'clock. So yes, at 12 o'clock we're going to finish the first part and then bring you a pre-recorded version of what of the discussions that we've had with our money man, Mr. Dan Chabiri. So wherever you are, don't touch the dial. This is Star Radio UK. All right, so now let's move on to the stories making the rounds across the globe, and that is known as what? Global trotting. Here in the UK, what have you got? Two people have been charged after bystander fatally shot outside a bar. Shanice Brooks, 13, was an innocent bystander when she was shot in Sheffield, the police have said. And an inquest has been opened for 3 sisters who died in the sea. And the absent survivors lack faith in UK police investigation, Andrew says lawyer. All right, okay. And SAS troops accused of war crimes not referred to police over moral fears. Inquiry hears and AI will be used to estimate age of asylum seekers from next year. Okay then. So moving on to other parts of the world. Some of the stories making the rounds this morning for you. And what have we got? EU says Russia has crossed another line after drone hit Romania apartment block. Now, Romania says this is the most serious incident in its territory since the start of the Russian-Ukraine war, which has seen drones from both sides hit NATO countries in the region. So, what is going to be the reaction of NATO there? We'll be telling you more about that. You hit one, if you hit everyone. But somebody said that it's an intent that may, whether they had the intention of doing that or it just mistakenly hit. Now, US and Iran very close to deal, but not yet there. Vance says US officials earlier said that a framework of ceasefire extension deal has been agreed pending the approval of Trump and Iran's leadership. And then are the US and Iran close to reaching the peace deal? As we're saying, while telling the US, Blue Origin rocket explodes into huge ball of flames on Florida launch pad. Okay, US government prepares to print $250 note featuring Trump's face. This guy is there, man. He says, yeah. Wow. All right then. Okay. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Star Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. In other stories making the rounds, okay, in the Latin American area, Bolivian Congress allows deployment of troops to quell protests. Lawmakers who back the measure says it is key to restoring normality after 4 weeks of road blocks. And so moving on, Inter Miami says Messi went off with muscle fatigue. There are some stories making the rounds there. Moving on to Europe as well, as I did say earlier on, pertaining to Romanian attack. NATO condemns Russia recklessness after drone hits Romanian residential block. Are they going to be paying for it, or Romania is going to be paying for it, or the EU, NATO is going to be paying for it? What is it going to be, or are they going to retaliate? A man has been jailed for 15 years over plot to attack Taylor Swift concert in Vienna. And Portugal breaks hotel's May-day record as Europe swelters in heat wave. A hampered sinner out in second round in systemic shock. And a man has been arrested after 3 injured in a stabbing at Swiss train station. What is wrong with the man as well? Somebody say maybe mental health or whatever is going on, or is it a terrorist activity or what? A mother-in-law of Indian bride whose death set off media frenzy has been arrested. Now, Twisha Sharma's death on 12th of May has sparked rival claims of murder and suicide and dominated headlines. We'll be telling you more about that. Was it she being forced into a relationship or something that brought about all that or? Tomorrow before safety for Delhi's poor as temperature hits 45 degrees Celsius. Okay. It's all coming away from Starr Radio UK. And China has executed man for poisoning billionaire gaming tycoon. Okay, we'll tell you more about that. And India's communists once ruled millions. What happened to them? Well, you want to know more? You got to stay tuned. And the world's car makers are struggling to compete with China. I bet you China is on the front foot and is making it like no man's business. The quality of it as well. But we'll be telling you more about all that as we go on. So bring you some of the stories making the rounds at 11:30. Netanyahu says he has directed IDF to increase control of Gaza to 70%, and Iran says targeted America base after fresh U.S. strikes. Okay, and Israel strikes Beirut and southern Lebanon after large-scale evacuation orders. So the Abraham Accord that Trump is trying to get them all to append their signatures to, do you think they will? Looking at Gaza and looking at what is happening in Lebanon at the moment, ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK. The sad story: 8 students arrested in Kenya after suspected deadly school arson attack. 16 people died in the fire that ripped through a dormitory while they were asleep. Okay, and Kenya court halts opening of U.S. Ebola quarantine facility in the country and questions over safety as 16 people die in another Kenyan school fire that we did talk about earlier on. And East African countries want to curb imports of used clothes, but it's not easy. It's not easy. And Morocco wants tourists to visit Western Sahara. Some say it's tightening its control. Ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK. So, following some of the stories making their rounds at 11:30, before we take a break and then we have a sip of some water or whatever you love to drink to listen to us, whether hot or cold, depending on where you are positioned at the moment. Make sure you water yourself. Literally. Yes. Okay. Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Okay, we are moving on. Still on the African front, Malami had criticized Ghana's evacuation of citizens from South Africa. He says put them in a bad fate and paints a bad image for the country, but they should have waited for a local resolution to have been made or to resolve the issue that way. But what do you think? Atiku has visited Amechi as battle over ADC presidential ticket intensifies. NDC grants waiver to Omo Agege Oche for Delta senatorial contest. And then interestingly, ADC candidate that the ADC has actually, they are going to give or ordain, is that how you put it, or ratify Obi as their presidential candidate. We'll be telling you more about that. But somebody is saying something. If I manage to win, if I become a president, you know who's going to be my defense? Is going to be drones. The drone will be my defense minister. What drone is he talking about? Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is said by Showore. We're going to be telling you more about all that in Ghana as well. Poblio, the 14th slave trade apology sparks fresh push for global justice. Well, he's saying it. He's an American whose country benefited from that. But what do you think about all that? Ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK. Ghana Catholic bishops caution against emotional reaction over South Africa xenophobia. Okay, teeth for a teeth, an eye for an eye, and the whole world goes blind. I don't know what we're going to be doing after that, but well, Starr Boys back styrofoam ban demands total phase out of single-use plastics in Ghana. When it comes to recycling, it's one of the baits where part of the world where it's very, very poor, and I don't know what. Ghana will no longer seek IMF bailout. That's what the finance minister is saying. Quite an interesting one there. What are we going to do? Or are we saying that we are the path where everything is okay? And xenophobic attacks. South Africa's activists, when was being prosecuted in court, was saying that he's calling for his people to support her, and those who are supporting her and saying that they don't think that they should be focusing on them, but they should be focusing on all the illegal immigrants in the country, and the money that they are being wasting on to prosecute them should be used on people who are in desperate need of finance from their part of the world. But ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio. Okay, we're going to take a break. We come back, I'll be bringing you the deals of all the stories making the round this morning. But wherever you are, don't even think about it of touching what? The dial. This is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London.
Running a business or managing your personal finances? Let GIL Accountancy Services take the stress away. As trusted chartered accountants and business advisors, we help you stay compliant, save tax, and grow with confidence. Whether you're self-employed, a landlord, run a limited company, or a charity, our tailored solutions are built for you. Claim your free initial consultation today. Call 079-61-248-834 or email Dan at gilaccountants.com. GIL Accountancy Services, your partners in success.
If you're not using AI properly in 2026, you're already behind time.
I am recording from the beautiful country of Ghana. I'm staying at the Oceanic Resort here in Accra, Ghana, where I am topping up my vitamin D and feeling so energized and vibrant. As you can see, the lovely sea behind me and the sand. I've also brought my products with me, which also helps to energize me. I brought my P84, my Fighter Power X, and the new kid on the block, my Protandu. If you would like to hear more or learn more about these wonderful products that I'm taking, you can either inbox me or click on the link below. Thank you for listening. My health is definitely my wealth. Thank you.
Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancehall taking over. Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancehall taking over. Yo, what's up, people? This is a boy Raskin Bobo One. Tune in every day, every night at the Starr Radio UK with the big man them Archie. When I say Orta, you say fire.
Welcome back to the program. This is Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, bringing the time now to 11:38, and we are plodding on. Well, the sad story of a bystander who was shot dead on Bank Holiday Monday. A man and a woman have been charged in connection with the death of a woman who was shot outside the bar in Sheffield, the police has said. Now, mother of one, Shanice Brooks, 30, was found with serious injuries outside 141 on West Street about 0245 BST on Monday and later died in hospital. Now, South Yorkshire Police said the charity worker who lived in the city was an innocent bystander. Now, Jamel Ron, charity of Outram Road, Sheffield, has been charged with murder, while the Ian Dice, 32, of Ellesmere Road North, Sheffield, has been charged with assisting an offender. The police says that the pair were charged on Thursday night and remanded into custody are due to appear at Sheffield's Magistrate Court later. Ron is also charged with the possession of firearms and possession of criminal property. The fourth said with Dice also charged with the possession of ammunition, possession of drugs with intent to supply, and possession of criminal property. A 30-year-old man arrested on suspicion of the murder on Monday has been released. Police confirm as is no longer being treated as a suspect. Detective Chief Inspector Andy Knowles from South Yorkshire Police said Shanice was an entirely innocent bystander who should have been able to enjoy a night out in our city without the fear that she wouldn't come home safely. Shanice's family, including her young son, now face the harrowing reality that they will never get to see her again. They are having to grieve the unimaginable loss of their beloved daughter, friends, and mother in the most tragic of circumstances. In a tribute posted online on Thursday, 141 Bar said Shanice was known to many of our customers and staff, and the events of last weekend have deeply affected all of us, and we say may her soul rest in perfect peace. This is Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Let's continue with a break, and I'll be with you in a moment. Stay tuned and don't touch the dial. Starr Radio UK. You're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy, you stressed out, tired. God, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
It's so delicious. Like when you eat it, we got greens, meat, fish, everything is in there.
And the tilapia fish, it tastes amazing. Softness, moist, and definitely the taste.
The seasoning from Africa. The food is just like back home. From back home. Tastes very good.
I bring the Ghana to England. Yeah, can have what do you call the ampesi, fufu, chosavi, benku, weche, jollof, Ghana jollof. Oh my God, Ama jollof. Name the food when you come to Ama to eat. Ama is not do it for you.
When you come to Amersfoort, you get the best chosavi in the whole United Kingdom, London. Yeah.
Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancehall taking over. Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancehall taking over. Yo, what's up, people? This is a boy Raskin Bobo One. Tune in every day, every night at the Starr Radio UK with the big man them Archie. When I say Otta, you say fire.
Welcome back to the program Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, bringing the time now to exactly 11:43. That's 17 minutes, and that will be bringing the program to a close. It's a Friday one. It's been quite a hot weather here in the UK for the past few days. Let me put it, a week plus now. It's been like scorching hot. But it's all going to be ending pretty soon. Tomorrow it's going to be hotter. Yeah, it's going to be about 30 degrees. But after that, Sunday, they're about 23-ish. And then it starts nose diving. But let's see how it all pans out. But it's all coming your way from Starr Radio UK. If you want to share with us your take on any of the issues that we are looking at or that we've mentioned earlier on, feel free to do so. Call us via Teams, and it is Starr Radio UK, or you can text or WhatsApp us. Our text number, okay. I was trying to get that for you. Retrieve it. But post your comments on the platforms where you are listening to us from. That will be the easier option there. Post your comments on the platforms that we are broadcasting on. All right, so moving on to one other story making the rounds here in the UK, and then we move on from there. I'll bring you this one. It's quite an interesting one. I'm looking at the most important ones to bring your way. The pharmacists in England will be able to prescribe more medications as part of an effort to speed up care and ease pressure on GP surgeries and hospitals. As part of the Pharmacy First scheme, pharmacists can currently prescribe medication for a sore throat, earache, sinusitis, shingles, vertigo, infected bites, and urinary tract infections. Now, from the autumn, the new £340 million investment will see 5 common ailments added to this list, although it is not yet clear what these will be. However, National Pharmacy Association has said the deal does not do enough to address rising business rates, employer costs, and medicine prices. The Pharmacy First scheme in England was first launched in 2024 and allows patients to see their pharmacist for advice, over-the-counter treatment, and prescription only medicines. So let's see how that will help. Maybe it will ease the pressure when it comes to going to the A&E and going to your GPs and doing all those bits. But what do you think? Is it a good one? Yeah. All right then, let's move on. In the US as well, 2 other stories I'm bringing your way. Okay, I'm trying to bring that one, but okay, by relating to the US and the Middle East. Now, US and Iran will still need to work out several sticking points before an agreement on the war can be reached, Vice President J.D. Vance has said. Now, asked by the BBC if President Donald Trump was close to signing a deal, Vance said it was too early to say when or if the two sides will finalize an agreement. Earlier on Thursday, U.S. officials said that the two countries had agreed a framework of a deal known as a Memorandum of Understanding pending the approval of Trump and Iran's leadership. It will reportedly extend ceasefire for 60 days and launch talks on the future of Iran's nuclear program. Iran's semi-official Tasnim news agency reported it had not been finalized or confirmed. According to reports, the framework could allow unrestricted passage through the Strait of Hormuz and give Iran 30 days to remove mines from the narrow shipping passageway. The U.S. will also lift its blockade and issue sanctions waivers to allow Iran to resume selling of oil. Axios, which first reported a tentative agreement between the U.S. and Iran on Thursday, said Trump had been briefed on the proposal but did not immediately sign off on it and will take a couple of days to consider it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, bringing the time now to exactly 12 minutes to the top of the hour. As we go on. In the US still, a sad development there. But let me tell you what it's all about. The Blue Origin rocket exploded in Florida on the Florida launch pad. And a rocket made by the company Blue Origin exploded on its launch pad in Florida during a test. Now, footage shows the rocket bursting into a massive ball of fire, engulfing the area around it. In the statement on social media, Blue Origin said it had experienced an anomaly during a hot fire test. It added that all personnel have been accounted for. The space technology company was founded in the year by Amazon billionaire Jeff Bezos. The explosion took place around 21 hours local time, that is 02 hours plus 1 GMT at Cape Canaveral. There is no threat to the public, according to Brevard County Emergency Management. Bezos wrote on social media that all personnel are accounted for and safe. It's too early to know the root cause, but we're already working to find it, he said. Very rough day, but we'll rebuild whatever needs rebuilding and get back to flying. It's worth it. Okay, let's say they said it's worth it, but okay, we'll leave it there. And as we go on in other stories making the rounds in the Latin American area, let me touch on one story from there, and then we'll move on from there. I'm trying to touch on single stories that is making the rounds this morning. Now, Congress in Bolivia has passed a bill which will make it easier for the president to declare a state of emergency and deploy soldiers to quell protests. The move comes after almost a month of roadblocks and demonstrations by miners, farmers, and indigenous groups, which are demanding President Rodrigo Paz resign. On Monday, Paz said that he favored dialogue over armed confrontation, but the center-right leader is coming under increasing pressure to end the protests, which had led to widespread shortages of water, fuel, and medicines in the affected areas. Now, Paz has accused the left-wing former President Evo Morales of orchestrating the protest, which the ex-leader has denied. On Tuesday, Bolivia Chamber of Deputies voted by more than 2/3 majority to repeal a 2020 law which restricted the use of the military to quell protests to cases in which the police had been overwhelmed. Now, lawmakers who backed the bill said the 2020 law had restricted the constitutional powers of the president and that violent groups should not be able to dictate to the elected government. But Sonia Sinani, who voted against the measure, warned that it could heighten social tension, saying it was like throwing fuel onto the flames. But if the protesters are not obeying the rules, what do you think should happen to them? Ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. 9 minutes to the top of the hour, the time, the morning show, the program. And I remain yours sincerely, your one and only Archie there. Now, interestingly, the question that I posed earlier on was pertaining to whether just bear with me.
Running a business or managing your
So delicious. Like when you eat it, we got greens, meat, fish, everything is in there.
And the tilapia fish, it tastes amazing. Softness, moist, and definitely the taste.
Of the seasoning from Africa. The food is just like back home. Tastes very good.
I bring the Ghana to England. Yeah, can have what do you call the ampesi, fufu, chosavi, benku, weche, dollof, Ghana dollof. Oh my God, Ama dollof. Name the food when you come to Ama to eat. Ama is not do it for you.
When you come to Amersfoort, you get the best chosavi in the whole United Kingdom, London. Yes.
As you can see, I've got short hair, and I'm going to put it on and I'll show you the outcome. See you in a bit. And this is the result. And as you can see, I absolutely love it. So yeah, if you're looking for someone who can do really good quality extensions, new pop wigs and wigs, I highly recommend Kamina hair.
Welcome to African Hill Resort, the perfect location for your honeymoon, conferences, breakfast meetings, and weekend getaways. Other facilities available include spa, rooftop bar, restaurant, indoor bar, swimming pool, lawn for parties, and outside catering. There is free Wi-Fi connectivity for you to stay in touch with your family, business associates, and the whole world. African Hill Resort is located on the Iveta Hills with a panoramic view of whole township. For inquiries or reservations, call 0208 267 501 or 0209 135 196 or 0362 290.
Alright then, Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Apologies for the abrupt break. It was due to I don't want to say infiltration or intrusion or whatever it is. I don't want to say that, but hey, wherever you are, it's lovely to have you here. Now, the EU has hit out at Russia after drone crashes into a Romanian apartment block, injuring 2 people. Now, no deaths have been reported and the fire has been put out. Romania's foreign ministry says it happened while Russia was carrying out attacks on Ukraine. Moscow is yet to comment. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen says Russia's war of aggression has crossed yet another line. All right. But Romania, which borders Ukraine, is part of a military alliance. That is not the first time a member state has been hit by either a Ukrainian or Russian drone. Now, Romanian President Nicolae described the incident as the most serious to have affected Romanian territory since the war between Russia and Ukraine. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Just bear with me. Oh, Emmanuel, thank you very, very much. Thank you. I think we pressed the wrong sound button. Emmanuel, thank you very, very much. I sincerely apologize for that. Oh boy, I have to go back to that story, and that story talks about what has happened in Kenya. 8 students alleged to have been involved in suspected arson attack at a Kenyan school, at a Kenyan girls' school that killed 16 people, have been arrested, the police have said. The fire in the early hours of Thursday morning at the Utumishi Girls Academy in Gilgil, about 120 kilometers northwest of capital city of Nairobi, tore through the upper floors of a dormitory which had 135 bunk beds. Now, police said the students were detained for questioning after being traced to their homes and brought back to the school, while others who had remained in the area were also tracked down and detained. After in all, 8 students were among the 30 students who were initially traced and recalled back to the school. And the community are waiting, and parents and relations are waiting eagerly to know exactly what has happened and what the causes, and are calling for a swift action there. Emmanuel, once again, thank you very, very much. That's why it's important to have you all listening to us, and as and when we go wrong, you prompt us on that, and I'm so grateful to you once again. Ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Moving on swiftly to what is happening in other parts of the African continent as well. One of South Africa's outspoken politician, notably Julius Malema, has said that South Africa's opposition politician Julius Malema has criticized Ghanaian authorities' decision to evacuate some of its citizens from South Africa following growing fears over xenophobic violence. Now, speaking to the media, Malema questioned the timing of the evacuation, saying Ghana's response risks escalating tensions and creating negative perception about South Africans as a whole. The Ghana response was not necessary at the moment. He said it creates a perception that we are all like that, and so we are all not like that. We know people who are living in South Africa peacefully, but when this seems to be a frequent occurrence, then when it starts to, and especially living in a world now where we have what we call it, social media, and anything that happens anywhere with just a click of a button is everywhere across the globe. And the communities that you're talking about, people now have that perception that everyone in a country is doing so. And that's why it's important that leaders, politicians, or local leaders should come out to champion the fact that we all live together. Now, if people have to make sure they normalize their residency and stuff like that, that needs to be seen to. Yes, I'm not saying illegal migration should be encouraged. No. And again, if leadership of various countries on the African front, especially, will see to be judicious with the resources that we have, and when it comes to negotiating properly in the interest of the country and citizens, and making sure that the citizens are benefiting from whatever resources in the country, and that we are carrying them with us to make sure that they better their lives, then we'll not be having people, or the youth especially, trooping out of the country, going elsewhere to say we are going to find greener pastures. I know for sure we can never do away with people traveling to and fro. From time immemorial, that is what has been happening in the biblical times. That is what has been happening. People move from one point to the other when there is drought, when they can't get greener pastures for their heads. They'll be moving and doing all this. So we agree with that. However, it's very, very important for us to know that now the world that we live in has become a small village, and people move about easily. And I can say that, okay, I feel that I like that place and I want to set up a business, and that business will not only be serving my community where I come from, but we're serving community, unless of course I'm misbehaving. And even that, we have the rule of law that has to see to that. So strict justice or strict law or instant justice shouldn't be the game there. And when people are inciting people to rise up against people, I don't think that's the way forward. If you have anything, let the politicians rise up and let them see to it that they do justice for their communities. So if another person has overlived their stay, or yes, and whatever thing that they are doing is illegal, blah blah blah, then you get them out. So you know that at least things are taken along and your community is being catered for. But when you're not taking care of your own community, and then people think that the little resources that is coming through, you're using it to fend for some people who have just come in and blah blah blah. It's maddening, and that is what is going on not only in South Africa but even here in the UK as well. So you got the far right people who are saying that no, we don't want no migrants here, blah blah blah. But those of us who look at things holistically will be saying that, look, migrants have contributed a lot and are still contributing, but those who troop in illegally and with everything, because we have some people, criminals, who are trying to get people to cross the channel and doing all those stuff, coming in, and those who have come here, and we say that when you go to Rome, you do what the Romans do, but we come and we bring everything that we've learned in the past or whatever thing that we are carrying and want to implement it where we have come as, let me put it this way, strangers or sojourners. And we say you have to stick with what I want, or to hell with you. How will you feel if somebody comes to your house or come to live in your house and decide to take over control of your house? Meanwhile, you own the house, you own everything in there, and you are just accommodating the person or making sure the person lives comfortably. How would you feel the person takes over everything and now trying to tell you cannot even come to this place, you cannot do that, you cannot? How would you feel? That's how the indigents or the nationals of various countries feel. So if you stick to the laws, you obey the laws, why not? You will be taken care of. So I think it's about time that our leadership see to do that. But the most of it that I would say, one that really troubles me, is that our leaders should be up and coming, knowing that whatever decisions that they are making is not for their own parochial interest, but for the interest of the whole country. Yeah, so you might be selected or elected by a let's say majority of the people in the south, but that doesn't mean that the resources in the country is for those in the south. It's for the whole country. So if you become a leader or the president, you have to make sure that you become a head for the whole country, making sure that the interest of everyone in the country is your foremost priority. And once we have leaders doing that, I tell you, rarely will you see the youth trooping out. Of course, we will still have people trooping out, like I said earlier on, because opportunities. However, we leadership can create opportunities, not being selfish, not living opulent lives, whilst you see people. So I know you, okay, we're all moving in the same cycle, blah blah blah. The next moment you find a way, blah blah blah, you get in there. The next moment, in the space of 2 or 3 years, you build houses and you are owning cars and blah 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 blah. And people think, how did a person make that? Maybe I don't have the means, I'm not that popular to be able, or charismatic enough to be able to do anything of the sort, and therefore my only means is to maybe leave the country. But if you see, not the end justifying the means, but the means is also checked to make sure that people are acquiring wealth the right way, not being criminals. Because back in the day, they say that we go to churches and we're going to be praying against demons and principalities, that I'm ill. If I had gone to the hospital, they will have a scan machine there, and they'll be able to scan and make sure that I'm doing well, or whatever thing that is going on, they'll be able to see to it and do it. And then somebody being there, instead of putting that money there so that the scanner can be bought for that purpose, pockets that money or go to buy some fake or yeah, let me put it that way for lack of words, scanner. And then because of that, it breaks down and I'm not able to get it. Now when we go to church, we are praying and praying to God to help us. Who are we praying to? And then whatever thing that is going on, who are the demons and principalities that are troubling us? Is the leadership. and of course ourselves, because wherever you are, your household, you are a leader there, your community, you are a leader there, and therefore if you don't do the right thing, what happens is that whatever thing that you are doing cuts across and impacts everybody. So you go to the office, you steal a bit of the office hours, you say, I'm going to church, and listen here, you don't know who I am, so I will just leave it there. Those who know, okay? So, but that is time that you are being paid for to do a work. You have to see to it that you do that work. But when we steal that time and say, oh, because I have to be praying, because you are not doing the right thing. There is time for everything. The time to work, you work. But well, it's quite an interesting one. Maybe some people bashing me there, but whatever it is, this is Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Now, US, Canada, and Mexico will align Ebola travel measures for World Cup. The US, Mexico, and Canada, the three hosts of the next month's World Cup, says they will align public health measures for people traveling to the World Cup. Well. You remember back in the day what brought about the COVID? Okay, so we'll see what happens on that front. Ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK. Well, come 2027, elections will be happening live in Nigeria. That's one of the countries where I'm a citizen as well. I'm a citizen of a lot of countries, Yeah. Apart from the UK, I'm a citizen of Nigeria, I'm a citizen of Ghana, I'm a citizen of some countries in the Caribbean area. Yeah. So the Nigerian Democratic Congress is set to ratify former Anambra State Governor Peter Obi as its presidential candidate today during a party nationwide primaries following his emergence as the sole aspirant for the ticket. The party also said governorship, National Assembly, and State House of Assembly candidates will also emerge across the 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory, despite logistics disruptions caused by the Eid al-Kabir holidays. Now, NDC National Chairman Moses Cleopas disclosed this in a statement issued in Abuja on Wednesday, adding that the transportation challenges and flight unavailability delayed some preparatory activities after screening exercises in the Federal Capital. So, what do you think can stand boot for boot with the president, the current president of Nigeria? Tinubu. Will Obi be able to stand Tinubu this time, or just going to be one of those? Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Well, a couple of stories from Ghana, and then we'll bring the program to a close. And this is by a statement that the Pope has made. Government has welcomed what they describe as a historic apology by His Holiness Pope Leo XIV over the role of the Holy See in the transatlantic slave trade. He said that a statement could mark a major turning point in the global campaign for historical justice and reconciliation. In a statement issued by the presidency on Thursday, government said Pope's acknowledgement of the church's role in legitimizing and sustaining the enslavement of Africans in the transatlantic slave trade represents an act of moral courage and an important contribution to the global pursuit of truth, dignity, and justice. The statement said Ghana recognizes Pope Leo XIV's long-standing commitment to service, compassion, and the dignity of the human person, adding that he has consistently promoted social justice, solidarity with the vulnerable, dialogue across communities, and moral responsibilities. According to the government, the Pope's apology comes at a critical time as the international community deepens discussions around the historic consequences of the slavery colonialism. For 5 centuries, millions of Africans and people of African descent endured unimaginable suffering and dehumanization through a system of racialized cartel enslavement, whose effects continue to shape society and communities across the world today. The statement said it stressed that the honest recognition of that painful history remains essential for healing and reconciliation. Now, you know that the abuse and everything that people suffered during those times. And the usage of these slaves, to build countries. And if now people begin to troop in, then we say, no way, Mose, how fair is that? Well, a final story. Yes, my lady is.
Hello. Right, so the bank have come back and they've said no.
Oh no.
Yeah, but we're going to appeal because actually what they're saying no on doesn't really make sense.
Okay.
So the main reason is they're saying that it doesn't look, so if it wasn't for the rent, as in from yourselves and another tenant, the nursery alone wouldn't be able to cover the cost of the loan, basically. Which isn't true. So the cost of the loan is around 100,000
a year.
Yeah. So 60,000 of that is going to come from the nursery, and the other remainder.
It should be so
from yourselves and from next door. Or from upstairs, whatever. So do you have any accounts that we could use to say that you've been a long-standing tenant, you've been there for, before us, if not the same time, and that you are financially able to do so. And obviously, that we would have like the lease would be in place for like 10 years or whatever. Would you be able to provide accounts or statements that show that you guys are sustainable?
I will talk to Pastor Bruce because he does that transaction. So I'm going to talk to him once I come off air.
Lovely. Brilliant. Because we hope to lodge our appeal. So I've got my accountant just working on our annual accounts again, which are due like the end of May.
Okay.
So he's going to do those for next week for me, showing that we've made like we did last year. And so if we can add your guy,
we'll give you assurance that we are capable of paying.
That you're able to keep up with the documents and that you've been a long-term tenant as well. Then that should work in our favour.
Okay.
So brilliant. All right then. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
You're welcome. Have a lovely weekend.
And you.
Take care.
All right. Take care. Bye.